What up, what up, what up? Welcome back to another episode of Mic'd Up and Chillin' Podcast. And today you chilling with me, your host, Stoneboy P. And today I just want to talk, speak to y'all directly. Let y'all get to know me, your host. You know, this has been a long few months for me, where everything personal in life. And, I'm trying to work on my mental health. And I know that's some people might say that's overused a lot, but in my case, it's real. The struggles of being a father and trying to take care of your family, all while trying to change your life and do better. Like I said from previous episode, y'all know I was in the streets, got out the streets. Don't want to go back to the streets. Got a job. I started doing the podcasting, and that in alone has been a journey. You know, especially the podcasting because it's something I always wanted to do, something I knew I can do. And, you see other people and you be like, damn, I could do that too. But you nervous and you scared. You probably thinking like, at least I know for me, I was thinking like, damn, what if don't nobody watch? Or what if people laugh and be like, stop, this shit goofy, or any little negative thing. And that's the shit that I was worried about. And I just kind of had to learn, like, fuck what people think. You know, people always gonna have their fucking opinions, and people always gonna hate or downplay. They famous word. You got your little podcast or your little shit. Because they don't want to say that it's big or they don't want to compare it to the famous people, the big podcasters. But no, I'm doing the same thing they did. If you watch my shit like you watch they shit, my shit is just as fucking big. So, you know, them be the kind of worries you go through and the kind of thoughts. But a lot of times that shit really don't mean shit, because have you ever went down a motherfucking grocery aisle and seen the million different bread companies? Don't matter if somebody else doing what you're doing. Do that shit. You got your own flavor. You got your own style. And I had to fucking learn that for myself. And now that I have learned that, now that I do overcome a lot of stuff, like especially with the podcast, it done opened me up to try a lot of new other things like acting, writing movies for myself, writing TV scripts, and working on other shows that I plan on producing for other people. So it's like now I'm living a lot of the dreams that I always wanted to live. So one of my main things I would do to encourage people is just to follow your motherfucking dreams, man, or that thought or that idea you got, do that shit. Only thing you can do is go back to what you are now, or go back to where you at now. So it's like shit, you already there. So go try to get further. If you get put back there, what did you lose? Nothing. So that's probably a life lesson I've learned in this past couple months. Sometimes you just gotta get the courage to just do it. The time ain't never gonna be right. Sometimes you gotta start before you're ready. Because if you're waiting to be ready, you're probably never gonna be ready. Probably never gonna get there. So start. Start. Every day I see it growing. Every video I post get more followers, more views, more traction, and another step further to my goal. Are you doing anything to get further to your goal? Like, ask yourself that when you wake up in the morning. What am I doing to get closer to where I want to be in life? And if that answer come out to be nothing, then you need to get up and find something. It's like it's like if you waiting for someone else to believe in you or someone else to push you and you ain't gonna push yourself, then I don't know what to tell you because shit. You gotta show up for yourself before somebody show up for you. You sit up here waiting on encouragement and yeah, go do that. Nah, just do it. Just do it. You know, because that's what I did. I bullshitted, I slacked it for so long to the point where shit, my man's fresh. Like, bro, bring the camera over. We finna do your first episode today. And as you see, I did my first episode, and every time I'm just getting better and better, growing more and more. But if I would have just went on and followed my first mind and already had the courage and been strong enough to just do it, I would have been years in. Y'all would have been introduced to me. Stone Boy P would have been in your house, baby. You know? And don't feel nervous. You know? Nervous is not always a bad thing. You know? If you nervous, that's good. That means you're alive. That means you getting ready. That means it's showtime, baby. You know? That means you actually care. I mean you actually give a fuck. Cause a lot of motherfuckers going like, I ain't nervous, I ain't scared the whole time. They ain't nervous, scared because they really don't even give a fuck. They ain't even finna put all their effort into it. So whether they do good or not, it really don't even matter to them. Cause they're not even finna try hard. You know what I'm saying? They don't care. So if you nervous, that means you give a fuck and you ready. And you alive. So don't ever be worried about being nervous. Shit, whatever's gonna happen, that shit just gonna happen. No matter what, it's gonna happen. And shit, motherfuckers get paid off hate too. If you make a video, you make an episode, podcast, whatever, a motherfucker hating about it is still a motherfucker that watched. And he gonna watch the next time and the next time just so he can keep hating and keep hating. And he ain't doing nothing but help you all advertising because while he hating, he making another motherfucker go look and see it. Then they realizing that they love it. So fuck what a motherfucker say or don't be nervous or scared. Go do that shit. And that's pretty much the most I could say on that part. Now, if I want to give anybody advice on starting anything, like once you get the courage and you is gonna start small. Start small. You don't have to have the whole grand production or the whole situation figured out. Find somewhere where you can just start and learn. And then that's step one. Step two might be the next step. Let's just say for podcasts, for instance. I got some little cheap equipment to get started. You know what I'm saying? And my next step is to upgrade my equipment. But what was I gonna do? Wait till I get the right equipment? Wait till I get cash out on fucking $1,000 camera, $300 mic. You feel what I'm saying? Full TV set? No, no. Until I got my space and my podcast area together, I shot at my homeboy's house this the first couple episodes. So was I ready? No. Was everything perfect how I wanted it? No. Not at all. Not by any means. Shit, my room still ain't ready, but I can't slow up for that. I can't not get these fucking content out, not record this content, not get these views. Just because I feel like my room ain't ready or I feel like I don't got $1,000 camera. Shit, motherfuckers out here making fucking movies just off their motherfucking cell phone. So why the fuck am I scared just to make a fucking podcast chilling with my homeboy and we just talking about what we talk about every day? Nah, man. Nah, man. What that commercial say back in the days? You just sitting on the couch doing nothing. Why not get up and start something? Do something to be successful. So, shut your ass up, man. Shut your ass up. And like, you might feel like you're not confident enough to do something, or you're not good at something to do something. But how can nobody's get good at something that they never done before? Everybody starts something and not as good, or they terrible, or this and that. As you going, as you getting yourself going, or whatever you do, you gonna get better. It's just natural. Practice makes perfect. But if you're not doing it at all, you're not just gonna get good at it. Nobody ever got good. You feel what I'm saying? You think the first airplane flyer know how to fly airplanes? No, he learned that shit. When you first learned how to drive a car, you had to learn that shit. Riding a bike, you had to learn that shit. Reading, you had to learn that shit. Walking, you had to learn that shit. So start. You gotta learn that shit. You gotta jump off the porch at some time. Just saying. What you gonna do with yourself, man? You gonna sit there and just let life pass you by? You gonna sit there and just let time get you? I mean, you can. I wouldn't suggest it. I wouldn't suggest you these grades. It's gonna be you. If it ain't already you. Time don't stop. You're just gonna keep getting older and older and older, and one day you ain't gonna be here. And that's when it's gonna be too late. So as long as you're breathing, it's not too late. Start now. Do it right fucking now. You know? And this podcast thing ain't been sweet. It's been a journey, you know. You make videos, you might have an hour long content, find out the mic's fucked up. Find out you recorded in fucking slow motion. Find out just any fucking thing can go wrong. You got a lot of noise in the background. Phone died. Anything. So I don't want to act like once you start everything's still gonna be sweet, but you learn, you get better. I done bought stuff now, I don't worry about my phone dying. My mics is always good. I went and got better mics that hold a charge for 12 hours. Shit like that. You know? You're gonna get better. That's my getting better. What's your getting better? What's your starting point? You know? So I mean I guess that's just your I guess that's just your fear that you gotta conquer. Your fear you gotta kill. That scary part of you, that person gotta die. Well, I wouldn't even say gotta die, cause sometimes fear is good. I mean you're alive. You know, sometimes fear make you make the right decision. But fear shouldn't hold you back from making a positive decision that could do something positive in your life that could change your life. Like, who knows? I could fuck around and be a millionaire. I might not be. But the fact that I've started this, I've learned a lot about myself, and I'm a different person for it. So, I guess this is just your first time chilling with me. Won't be your last time, you know. I guess we'll get on here sometimes and I just talk to you about what's going on in the world, what's going on with me. You know, it might be sports, might be life. It might be me having a mental breakdown. I mean, it could be anything. But you chilling with me when it's just me, you know. And that's mic'd up and chilling. We out.